Alright, we're back online with our diver. He's finished the cleaning process and is ready to give you your final inspection. What do you have for us, Mr. Reeves?
Alrighty, so here I am at your ladder. We're going to refer to this hatch here as the northeast corner, with this being our north wall and this being our east wall. So we'll go ahead and start here, and we'll just start moving our way around. The ladder here is in great shape. Feels very sturdy in my hand. Really just a tiny bit of uniform surface corrosion on it, as well as, but the majority of this, what you're seeing here, is just really just adhered sediment. This ladder's held up extremely well. So definitely nothing wrong there. The tank itself is in good condition. Here's a pretty good example of some spalling and exposed aggregate. You are experiencing that along a lot of your seams, but still looks like it's in pretty good condition. So looking at this north wall, headed down it towards the west. Looking here at your floor wall seam, it does look really good. I have noticed there is some differences in your floor to wall seam on certain walls, and I'll show you when we get to this northwest corner. But looking at the wall itself, really good condition. A few little pop-outs and bug holes, a few little settling cracks with some efflorescence present, but overall in really excellent shape. So this is what I was talking about. Looks like they put some kind of lightweight concrete, like a gunite almost, on the floor wall seam here on this west wall. You can see it's quite a bit different than it is here on this north wall. I'm not quite sure why that would be. Possibly just had a large settling crack right there, but it looks like it's holding up pretty well. We do have some settling cracks still there with some efflorescence present, but I don't see anything that would indicate any signs of leaking. So definitely a good thing. Excuse me while I vent. That loud obnoxious noise is just me venting my mask. I'll have to do it periodically throughout the inspection so I can see. Here on the west wall, about halfway down in between the north and the south, we do have your outlet. It does have a sediment strainer on it, which gives it about a 5-inch rise, and it's a 12 inches in internal diameter. It is in fair condition. You do have a lot of concentration cell rust nodules building up on them. Some of them pretty large. I'd say this one right here is about 6 inches in diameter. Doesn't look like you have too much metal loss yet, but definitely something to consider in the future. Might be a candidate for either a new sediment stopper or some epoxy repair. And so with that, we'll go ahead and continue moving down this west wall, looking at it, looking up the wall, everything looking really good. Really just a few bug holes and a few little pop-outs, some settling cracks, but overall in really great condition. So that brings us to this southwest corner. Again, some exposed aggregate and spalling occurring at your seams, as well as a settling crack with some efflorescence present there, but overall in really great shape. So here we are moving on to the south wall, looking at your floor to wall seam here. Again, just that west wall that had that kind of little lightweight gunite, and it was only about half of it, and you can see here's where it ended. So again, not quite sure why they chose to do that, but only about 3/4 of your west wall had that. But you're experiencing some spalling and exposed aggregate here along your floor to wall seam, as well as a settling crack with some efflorescence present there. But overall in great shape. Looking up the wall along this south wall here. Everything's staying very consistent. Really just a few little bug holes, a few little areas of some exposed aggregate, and a few larger bug holes bordering on voids or pop-outs. But overall looking really good. So that brings us to this east wall in your southeast corner here. Again, just some exposed aggregate and spalling here on your seams in the corner, as well as some settling cracks, some of which do have some efflorescence present. Here's a good example of a little pop out. In fact, I do remember there being some, in fact, there it is. I do remember there being some concrete laying there from that pop out, and it's right there. So I'll just go ahead and put that in my pocket. Take it out with us. So moving down this east wall, headed to the north, about halfway down the wall, we do come upon your overflow. The overflow is in fair to bordering on poor condition. You do have a lot of large concentration cell rust nodules present, but all of them are intact, which is a good thing. These concentration cells kind of work as a band-aid, and if you don't disturb them, they will kind of slow the corrosion process from eating any more of the metal up and causing any more great metal loss. So definitely good that they're still intact, and we'll definitely buy you guys a little bit more time. You can see down here along the flange is where is pretty much 100% concentration cells. It's pretty well covered. Here, just to the north, we do have your inlet here. It is 8 inches in internal diameter, and does appear to be in good condition. Fair condition, I should say. It too does have quite a few concentration cell rust nodules present. Not near as many as the overflow, but definitely still some present. And then right behind your overflow, you do have another piece of plumbing. It's a 3-inch piece of plumbing, and penetrates through the floor here, and goes all the way up, and is just about level with the top of the overflow. Not quite sure what that is, but we'll give you a good look at it when we get up there to do the surface portion of your inspection. So coming back out here towards your wall, and continuing down this east wall. Again, everything's staying very consistent, just a few little bug holes, some pop-outs, a few little settling cracks here and there, but overall in really excellent shape. So here we are back at the northeast corner. You do have your telemetry here, your float telemetry. They do appear to be in great condition. I don't see anything that would indicate any signs that they're not working. They look like they're in great shape. So with that, we'll go ahead and I'm going to adjust my buoyancy, and we'll come up in the water column and take a look at the upper portion of your tank. So with that, diver has left bottom. And as you can see, your ladder's in great shape all the way up. So rather than looking at that for you, I'm going to come over here and we're going to look at your overflow as we come up in the water column. That way you just have a little bit better idea of what it looks like top to bottom. As you can see, the concentration cells definitely get a lot less severe as we come up in the water column here. Really just some coating failure and some very beginning stages of some concentration cells, a little bit of uniform surface corrosion. Where it meets this flange though, however, it starts to get a little more severe again. but mostly just uniform surface corrosion up here. Doesn't look like you have hardly any, too much, if not at all, any metal loss, so definitely a good sign there. Your standoffs that are holding it in very good condition, holding up real well, and that might be what's causing this, a little bit of this corrosion, is this, these standoffs are, the steel is acting as a sacrificial metal for the higher quality metal standoffs. So looking up above the water line here, you can see that piece of plumbing that I was talking about. Again, not quite sure what this is. Just a 3-inch diameter piece of plumbing. It is open on the top, and does appear to be in great condition above the water line. Below the water line, it is experiencing pretty heavy concentration cells. Overflow also in pretty good shape above the water line. Really just a few areas of some uniform surface corrosion, but overall in really great shape. So we'll go ahead and come back out here towards your hatch and start here, and then we'll move through the tank in the opposite direction that we did last time. So looking at this upper portion of your floats here, again, they look like they're in great shape. Don't really see any discrepancies on them that I would really worry about. Looking up onto your roof and roof to wall seam, also in really good condition. Just a little bit of spalling and exposed aggregate. A few little bug holes on your upper walls and your roof, but overall in really good shape. So here's our overflow again. I'm going to go ahead and just pass right by that. Looking at your upper walls here. Again, just some spalling and exposed aggregate along the wall to roof seam there. As well as just a few little pop outs, some bug holes, a few little settling cracks with some efflorescence present on your walls and your roof here. Overall, everything's looking like it's in really good shape. So, headed down this south wall now, headed towards the west wall. You can see there is a little bit of surface debris in here. I'm not sure what this is or where it's come from. It almost looks like it might be some pollen or something. Again, I think that could be fixed pretty easily by just putting some finer mesh screen on your vent there. So one spot in the tank is here in this corner, doing a pretty large pop out with some exposed reinforcement. You can see the rebar poking out there, but definitely the only one in here that's like that. So not anything to get real worried about yet. Alrighty, so that brings us to your southwest corner. You can see, again, your upper walls and wall to roof seam in excellent condition. Just some spalling and exposed aggregate there. A little bit of exposed aggregate and spalling here on your roof. But overall, everything looking really good. So, continuing along here down this west wall, everything's staying very consistent. Upper wall's looking real good, as is your wall to roof seam and your roof. So that brings us here to your northwest corner. we do just have your vent here. You can see around the concrete of the vent, where the vent goes in, penetrates in, you are experiencing some spalling and exposed aggregate. But the vent itself looks like it's in really great shape. I really don't see any discrepancies in the metal at all, so definitely a good sign there. So, heading down this north wall, headed back to the east, you can see, again, just everything's been very consistent with what we've seen throughout the rest of the reservoir. Really just some bug holes, a few little settling cracks with some efflorescence leaching through, some spalling and exposed aggregate along the roof seam there. But overall, everything's looking really, really good. So that brings us back to our hatch. Before we conclude this video inspection, I'm going to go ahead and swim out here to the center and just give you a good look at the roof here in the middle. You can see everything staying very consistent as we saw throughout the rest of the tank. Just a few little settling cracks, a few little bug holes, some areas of some spalling and exposed aggregate, but overall in really excellent shape. Got a good looking tank here for sure. So with that, we'll go ahead and make our way back to the hatch. Liquid Engineering does recommend you the tank cleaned and inspected once every 3 years. Unless Topside has anything else to add, I'll go ahead and conclude this video inspection.
Good inspection. Thank you, Diver.
Definitely a good sign there. Your standoffs that are holding it in very good condition, holding up real well. And that might be what's causing this a little bit of this corrosion, is this these standoffs are the steel is acting as a sacrificial metal for the higher quality metal standoffs. So looking up above the water line here, you can see that piece of plumbing that I was talking about. Again, not quite sure what this is. Just a 3-inch diameter piece of plumbing. It is open on the top, and does appear to be in great condition above the water line. Below the water line, it is experiencing pretty heavy concentration cells. Overflow also in pretty good shape above the water line. Really just a few areas of some uniform surface corrosion, but overall in really great shape. So we'll go ahead and come back out here towards your hatch and start here, and then we'll move through the tank in the opposite direction that we did last time. So looking at this upper portion of your floats here, again, they look like they're in great shape. Don't really see any discrepancies on them that I would really worry about. Looking up onto your roof and roof to wall seam, also in really good condition. Just a little bit of spalling and exposed aggregate. A few little bug holes on your upper walls and your roof, but overall in really good shape. So here's our overflow again. I'm gonna go ahead and just pass right by that. Looking at your upper walls here. Again, just some spalling and exposed aggregate along the wall of the roof seam there. As well as just a few little pop outs and bug holes, a few little settling cracks with some efflorescence present on your walls and your roof here. Overall, everything's looking like it's in really good shape. So headed down this south wall now, headed towards the west wall. You can see there is a little bit of surface debris in here. I'm not sure what this is or where it's come from. It almost looks like it might be some pollen or something. Again, I think that could be fixed pretty easily by just putting some final mesh screen on your vent there. So one spot in the tank is here in this corner, doing a pretty large pop out with some exposed reinforcement. You can see the rebar poking out there, but definitely the only one in here that's like that. So not anything to get real worried about yet. Alrighty, so that brings us to your southwest corner. You can see, again, your upper walls and wall-to-roof seam in excellent condition. Just some spalling and exposed aggregate there. A little bit of exposed aggregate and spalling here on your roof. But overall, everything looking really good. So, continuing along here down this west wall, everything's staying very consistent. Upper wall's looking real good, as is your wall-to-roof seam and your roof. So that brings us here to your northwest corner. We do just have your vent here. You can see around the concrete of the vent, where the vent goes in, penetrates in, you're experiencing some spalling and exposed aggregate. But the vent itself looks like it's in really great shape. I really don't see any discrepancies in the metal at all, so definitely a good sign there. So, heading down this north wall, headed back to the east. You can see, again, just everything's been very consistent with what we've seen throughout the rest of the reservoir. Really just some bug holes, a few little settling cracks with some efflorescence leaching through, some spalling and exposed aggregate along your wall-to-roof seam there. But overall, everything's looking really, really good. So that brings us back to our hatch. Before we conclude this video inspection, I'm going to go ahead and swim out here to the center and just give you a good look at your roof here in the middle. You can see everything staying very consistent as we saw throughout the rest of the tank. Just a few little settling cracks, a few little bug holes, some areas of some spalling and exposed aggregate, but overall in really excellent shape. Got a good looking tank here for sure. So with that, we'll go ahead and make our way back to the hatch. Liquid Engineering does recommend you to tank cleaned and inspected once every 3 years. And unless Topside has anything else to add, I'll go ahead and conclude this video inspection.
Good inspection. Thank you, Diver.